of force. Now, the governor is also ordering police departments to stop training officers to use the so-called carotid restraint. NBC4 I-Team investigator Eric Leonard has more on that controversial technique. Eric, is this the old chokehold, and why is it even allowed these days?
Well, it's similar to that. These are more specifically called cardioid holds or cardioid restraint control holds, and it's designed for when an officer uses his or her arm and leg to cut off the blood flow to the brain of somebody, which is supposed to cause that person to pass out. Now, these were taught years ago as a way to stop someone fighting, especially if officers are wrestling around on the ground and losing control. The problem is if it's applied for too long or if it's done improperly, it can have catastrophic consequences. People were sometimes killed, others suffered brain damage. And so, even though many police departments still have this technically on the menu of force options, it's clumsy, it's easily misused. So in the case of the LAPD, it's considered as serious as shooting someone. It's considered deadly force. So the officer really has to be in a desperate fight for his or her life in order to justify using it.
You've investigated this for a while. The LAPD has discouraged its use for decades, as you point out, but it's still listed really as one of the options available to officers. Has it, in fact, been used recently?
Yeah, we just were reviewing the LAPD's 2019 stats for uses of force, and an LAPD officer used one of these cardioid restraint holds on a man that was in a fight with police last year, but it was described as a life-and-death situation fighting with somebody who was suffering from mental illness. According to the LAPD records and documents we've reviewed, that appears to be the only time it's been used by an officer in the last 4 or 5 years, so it's certainly unusual and, as we mentioned, discouraged.
All right, Eric Leonard reporting live for us. Eric, thank you.